It's the Cable
If you squint real hard, Minsc and Boo's a value creature. You gotta squint real hard, though. I think Deathclaw is the clearest pick here. Boo's 100% a critter. Yeah, but Boo doesn't have the comes into play value without Minsc as well, right? It's a pair. It's a pair for sure. I don't think Cannoneer counts, no. I don't think giving yourself a 1/1 counter is on the same level as Deathclawing. Oko is all the value. It's not a value step. You're misunderstanding the step if you think that we can take, like, just draw spells. You think Minsc and Boo counts? Cool. Good for you. I think it's close. It's close for sure. Nothing here. Well, that means we get to grab a land, huh? I'm leaning towards that Taiga. Or you could take the Elves of Deep Shadow and just ramp up to the Deathclaw. Yeah, give me the elf. Give me that fucking elf. Hey, there's a comes into play trigger. There's a comes into play value, right? When it enters, oh my. Oh my. Whew. Getting a little hot here. When Metamorph Fanatic enters. Mercy. I think Chariot's alright. I think Crab almost counts. We're gonna take the Chariot here. Chariot, pretty close to a creature coming to play, right? Like it's basically a critter. Yeah. Pardon the yawn. Oh, looks like we're grabbing Sam here. Good old Samwise the Stout-Hearted. Little brutal with the Ignoble in the fetch. But that's the point of a stip draft, right? It's not to make things easy on myself. I do not think Stout-Hearted means that he's an alcoholic, no. I think stout means you're like a little short. He's up Samers Aimers. I don't see a single fucking value creature here. Borrower's like sort of value. Like it could be a 5-mana unsummon thing. Hey, Night Tsar, I think so 42 months there. What was card 1? Was Alpha Deathclaw. We're currently doing a stip friend. Yeah, Arwen's an activated ability. And Guardian's a death ability. Fall from Favor as it comes into play trigger, but it's not a creature. I think I'm going to take Guardian. Arwen enters with a counter. Yeah, I don't know if a 1/1 counter is value. The indestructible counter. Yeah, I don't know if that counts. Questing Beast has enter the battlefield. Target opponent gets a headache trying to figure out what it does. I think we gotta take Epic here, huh? Alright, I didn't want that natural order anyway. Let's take this Rumble. Might help us smooth things out. Wow, that Ignoble Wheel. That's a fucking good sign. That's a gift and a half right there. I mean, we already have one card worth natural ordering for him. Morning, Noctarium. Some real nice blue creatures. Crab sort of works. Let's take Emberwild Captain. Oh my god. Yeah, we could have snagged the natural order, huh? As is, we can take this Pyroglyph. I do like me a Pyroglyph. Why wouldn't Atraxa count? Fucking magical. Little Carnage Interpreter action. Or Endurance, huh? Could take Endurance here. Throbbing Inspector. Yeah, Arid Mesa, Delighted Halfling, or Gut would all be a lot more interesting. There's an Archon of Cruelty here, too. Currently, the only way we have of getting an Archon into play is the Metamorphosis Fanatic. I think there's an outside chance we're just, like, not even playing black, though. I'm just gonna do the Intuitive Throbbing here. Huh. Like, Aragorn technically counts. I'm wondering if Commercial District or Sneak Attack could weasel their way in. Headliner Scarlet does have a comes into play trigger. It's not really a comes into play value trigger, though. It's a comes into play dead you trigger. A little bit different than value. Recurring Nightmare is very much a value into the battlefield creatures stip sort of card. The trick currently would be like getting those cards in the graveyard. We've got Epicure and Currency Converter, and then actually coming up with the black mana is kind of hard too. There's Urtai, but Urtai is not value. The opponent gets to draw a card. It comes into play, it does a thing, but it's not value. Starting to wish I'd grabbed that. One of those big reanimation targets, with Life Death coming back here. Like Archon would look nice here. Kind of just a mountain in this deck. Let's grab a removal spell. Endurance as it comes into play. Force of Vigor for the sideboard. Terra Center for the main deck. Let's play this Walking Ballista. If you play a Walking Ballista for large enough that it can just clear things, it's like basically a value critter, right? Little Bowmaster action, huh? A little Bowmaster action, maybe. Torsten and Grave Titan, both options as well. Hey, is thy best? Thinks the sub, thinks the 15 months. Is that best says, yo, I'm going through hard times recently. Your stream helps reminding me of the good time we have still. Appreciate you, Caleb. Hell yeah, is thy best. I'm glad the stream gives you some comfort. I'm sorry you're going through a rough time. That's rough. I hope shit improves. Cheers. It's almost a new year, huh? Almost a fresh go. 6 can give value, but it's not really comes into play value. I think we're stepped into this Uro, Hopefully we snag some fix in here, Our playable count's looking pretty good. Taiga and a Dream, yeah. I mean, some of these mana dorks are pretty good for fixing. We could certainly improve, though. Yeah, Flicker Wisp is sort of value. Staff of the Storyteller is like sort of a value creature too. I think I'm gonna grab this Triumph. Like whether or not Flicker Wisp is value is kind of dependent on the board, right? It's not like every single time. And Staff of the Storyteller, you kind of have to squint for it. Let's grab a Bayou. Gotta be able to cast your value creatures to actually get value out of them, This pack's between Stoneforge Mystic and Vaultborn Tyrant. Hopefully we can wheel another Hierarchy here, We're gonna grab that Scrapwork Mutt and be very grateful it's in the pack. Because this is not a Titania deck. Nice. So Generous Ent technically creates food when it enters the battlefield. I'm trying to think if that means we have to take it here. Because it doesn't really come into the battlefield very often, right? It's more of a fetch land, really. I'm going to draft it, but... yeah, the Proving Ground and the Bayou. Both real nice. I like this Once Upon a Time a lot, but it's not a comes into play value creature like Skyclave is. Yeah, I think we're stepped into this Grave Titan. As nice as that Copperline Gorge would be. Why couldn't the Copperline Gorge be in this pack, Think about Pest Infestation for the sideboard, or maybe Collective Brutality for the main. I don't think we're reanimatory enough for Valgaboth here, and just two things. Well, folks, do we succeed? Do we have enough value here? Let's cut cards that don't quite fit, like Guardian and Phoenix. Get as close to the value idea while still having a functional deck. I think the Sylvan Library is going to get cut here. The cube might just be a little fast for it these days. We can always board it in versus especially disruptive decks. I think the Nexus of Becoming is a bit slow as well, in that same vein. Now that we're here, we can start making some real cuts, Maybe Endurance is a sideboard card. Yeah, it's also not necessarily value, right? It comes into play trigger, but it's not necessarily value. We can board it in the matchup where it is value, right? Where the opponent's using the graveyard. Maybe Headliner Scarlet for the same reason. It's not necessarily a value trigger when it comes into play. Really nice for fighting over initiative, though, or just deading people. Yeah, our mana's not amazing, but sometimes that happens with these stips. This would be 8 green, 6 red, 7 black. I think I want to go 9, 6, and 6. Or 9, 7, and 7. Yeah, 9, 6, and 6. Let's do that. Well, yeah, we never really need double green. Maybe 8's fine. Yeah, maybe this is fine. Hey, this man, it looks downright reasonable, right? Turn 1 Triumph, turn 2 Rumble. And I'm on the play. No Wasteland turn 1. Don't hate that. Yeah, it's gonna be an aggressive shift going from. Well, I mean, it was aggressive going from the Boomer Cube to this one, but then we're gonna be going from this one to the regular Holiday Cube. Possible I should just be grabbing a land here, in case they answer my thing, or if I stop drawing lands. Opponent's blue black though. Feels like Bowmaster should be good. Oh. Has initiative been as strong as expected? Yep. Pretty much every draft I'm doing, I'm thinking like, okay, do I have haste creatures? Do I have evasive creatures? Do I have ways to like take the initiative? Even if it's not in my deck. Do I have ways to take it from the opponent? I was planning on bowmasting here, but seems reasonable. One Pyroglyph, please. Well, that's bad for me. Well, that beats my board, huh? You hate that card with a passion. It's pretty miserable, right? Interesting, the no block here. What are their plans for this here, Pyrogoyf? Yeah, I'm supposed to play it. I was thinking maybe let the Thoughtseize resolve, and then if they take the Bowmasters, we get to use the treasure for the Volporn Tyrant. Maybe there's something there. I don't think you want to give them the option here, though. And then if you let it resolve when they take the Bowmaster, and then have a removal spell for the cat token, and let them take the initiative, that's all kind of bad, huh? That's kind of bad. Our Bowmasters face up for the Rumble. Were they? Does the Rumble reveal? That makes the no block make a lot more sense, huh? Yeah, it says reveal. Yeah, fair enough, chat. Fair enough. Now I got my 4-1 here. We almost have a real zesty attack on this turn. Fair enough. Kind of glad that didn't happen mid-combat. Top 10 cards of your library and put a creature card from among them on the battlefield with 3/1/1 counters on it. How cool would it be to hit Pyrogoyf off that, huh? Yeah, it's going to reanimate the Volporn Tyrant. I'm just going to draw cards and be in a pretty hard to beat situation for the opponent there. From what I saw, it looks like a matchup for Headliner Scarlet, and Sylvan Library for that matter. So let's go plus Sylvan Library, minus Flame Slash. Endurance might be the pick just because they're blue-black, Let's add Endurance. Let's cut Carnage Interpreter. Let's add Headliner Scarlet and cut Grave Titan. Grave Titan's a little expensive, huh? A little expensive. And then cutting one of the double black cards makes me feel good about going minus Swamp, plus 1 Mountain. And if we see that they're actual factual reanimator this game, we can sideboard differently. There's a little bit more graveyard hate in the sideboard that I didn't feel like making space for him. The fact that our mana is working out is a minor miracle in and of itself, I've been scolded. Nothing, Alright, I'll play it. I will now rebuy my Bowmasters with a lifelink counter. Hey, Lord of Depression, thanks for the sub, thanks for 63 months there, appreciate you. Very smart of me to leave that Metamorph on top of my library for just that moment, This hand needs some help, but it is a key. The dog that loots would be pretty good here. Already instead of this pride. All right, chat, this is a pop quiz. How often does Polka die? This will be a large percentage of your grade, so I hope you've been paying attention. Ideally, the Pyrogoyf will be able to clear the Oscillate Pride at least next turn, but the Rebel drawing cards is going to be a real bummer. Definitely dies from time to time. No. They taught us how to polka dance in fucking middle school. Did any of y'all have a dance thing in your gym class? If the Pyrogoyf kills the Esper Sentinel, then it'll be a 2/3 because we would be putting Artifact in the bin. Something tells me I gotta get this Pride off the board, though. Something. Just a feeling I've got. You had square dancing? Yeah, we did that a little bit, too. You learned how to do a haka? That's incredible. Ooh, I appear to be very dead. The last one made me really happy, Minuet. The value one. This one's like a fun for a change of pace, but my god, am I glad it's only going to be a couple weeks. Yeah, I think the only way I would have gotten out of this is if I had ripped the, one of my 2 loot creatures, huh? So I could loot away the Volporn and bring it back this turn. If we could live till next turn, the Metamorphosis Fanatic could bring back Genercent. We just have some, like, giant lifelinkers, right? But I think we're just dead here. I mean, I could Recurring Nightmare and sack Pyrogoyf and then have a food. Have a food? Is food any good? It'd be +2 health to 9. I guess I'd do that. This cube is really fun to watch. Hell yeah. Yeah, I kind of expected it would be an exciting one to watch. Because the draft portion is going to have more powerful cards and such. And the games are going to be very one person getting fucked very quickly. So if you enjoy gameplay, this is probably one of the worser cubes that's been on Moto. But if you enjoy seeing people rip sweet shit, it's probably one of the better ones, if that's what you're into. Crater Maker, sure. If you're into watching Caleb win, which is the best one? The Caleb Gannon cube. Yeah, that one was probably also my favorite, too. Looks like they've got 10 damage coming through, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna bring in 6 over Carnage Interpreter. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. Just got Grave Titan again. I don't think I want Pest Infestation. We saw a couple hits out of them, but they're all like little piddly things. Oakrish Bowmasters looks really good. As does Fire Covenant. Let's just jam this. I gotta say, Blood in Your Wine does not sound good. Yeah, I was gonna loot with the Converter, but running out Paradise Druid's probably better, Hell yeah. So I think I can go Alpha Deathclaw, kill the Adeline, serve at the Ajani with my cat card and my cat tokens. Yay. That's good. It comes with a play trigger, huh? It's pretty good. Turn 4 on the play. Why not? Why not? There needs to be more me boys in modern day music. Exactly. SpongeBob me boy. I need some loot, some. Hey, there's one. How'd the IRL cube go last night? Really well. A lot of fun games were had. What are the odds that they answer a recurring nightmare? If I just run it out. Let's do this, because it answers my black source anyway. Vomit. Yeah, I wonder if they would have slammed that if I just passed. Is Deathclaw worse than Primus on average? The Deathclaw? No, I don't think so. Last game I just cast Deathclaw on turn 4. You can't do that with Primus. I would invert those, Hoopy Freud. Just don't have a lot of life here. Maybe I loot and trying to hit a land a recurring nightmare, the Metamorphosis, and at least I like have a lifelinker in play. They can just like sack a fucking 2-drop to kill it though. Doesn't do anything for me. I think it might just be fucked. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, yeah, they can sack the... Well... Yeah. I was hoping for a forest so I could run out the Llanowar Elves here. Yeah, that's going to be lethal. And they can get the spawn out of the way. I wonder if it would have been lethal if I'd hit the forest and was able to actually run out the Llanowar Elves here. Come on, opponent. Give me a turn. It'll be good, I promise. Yeah. Yeah, so the plan on our turn was bidding the Metamorph, get a 2-2, and then recurring Nightmare back the Metamorph. And then the Metamorph would bring back the Alpha Deathclaw, so I would have had 10 lifelink in play, and we would have been able to kill the Broadside. Yeah, the Stumbling on Lands definitely hurt me this game. It would have been nice if we could have waited a turn on the Fire Covenant, too. If we just had a third black source, or a first black source, right, that wasn't tied to my elf, then I wouldn't have had to play so protectively and kill the Crater Maker on my turn 3 or whatever it was. I could have chilled on the Fire Covenant and potentially snagged the Bombardiers. But I didn't. You know, I didn't draw that land. Didn't draw the third land for a bit. This is another interesting looking one. I think we just slam Nightmare on 2. I hope they don't have an answer. Could make a turn 3 Ent, which is not very exciting, actually. It is Maxter. Well, not want to bin the Genercent to play the Caves next turn, but I'm still going to do this. Might just hit a land anyway, and then if they counter the Caves, you can sack the Elves and rebuy it. Not as good as playing Caves of Chaos Adventure, but we still have 4 mana for next turn. At least we have a 5/7. Fair enough. So this grabs a land. So next turn we could just slam Grave Titan. We have 2 black already. I'm going to go get a forest here, I think. I'm going to forge onto their fucking caves. Oh, no, that doesn't work because they've got the initiative. All right, I'm just going to make the intuitive attack. Trample. Yeah, let's forge it up. Actually, maybe that's wrong, huh? I don't know if this is enough value. I wonder if Grave Titan's better there, just for the fucking 10 power, right? What was the trophy deck we started with? Reanimator. Opponent's at 1. Looking for answers to this cat. Yeah, that would work if we had one more mana here, Might as well collect more value, Have I liked it so far? I don't know if that's the word I'd use. I wonder if they're going to deck me by blinking Leyline Binding over and over. Seven mana. Oh, I mean, blinking Leyline Binding to exile their own cat or whatever would have been kind of cute there. We're gonna need a turn, right? We run out the Llanowar Elves, discard Pyrogoyf, second turn, Swamp, Nightmare, rebuy Goyf. Oh, we just get to Throne. It's kind of a cute way to win. Let's get this Pest Infestation in, Seems like the ideal matchup for that one. I'm gonna cut Grave Titan yet again. I'm gonna run a quick ad. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. Submit. No. Oh, man. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take a poop. And then the timing's iffy. Oh my god, I got it in. The Disenchant that I boarded in. Not the best opener. We're gonna go like turn 1 Mountain Currency Converter, and then turn 2 just bin this for a Forest, and then the Converter will be able to spit out a 2/2 because cycling is discarding. I can't believe I made it back. I'd set a timer and I knew it was gonna be close. I was like washing my hands all fast. It was like one hand opening the door, the other one was starting to dry, you know. I was not giving it the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. This deck does have a Pyrogoyf in it, yeah. Good morning to you too, Inert Materials. And then on turn 3, we can spit out probably the Chariot, Right. Would you care to block? I'm probably just bad at math. It's probably just a bad attack. They're like, I'll take it. Could loot with Converter here, and then the loot with Converter would get you Deathclaw next turn. I think just playing the Chariot's fine. Wow, Force Negation. I guess that makes it a closer decision on whether to block or not on their part. Alright, you have infinite mana. Wait, no, this is only Basalt Monolith. Soul Cauldron's a real fucking bummer here. In regards to my Pyrogoyf. The Soul Cauldron lets them impact the size of Pyrogoyf Oh, but they didn't do it. That's weird. I think they would have seen that at least they could give the Gadgeteer +1/+1. If not, shrink the Pyrogoyf there, Yeah, you got me. I think that's the scary one. I don't know. The Soul Cauldron's scary too. It's all scary. How much is this monster? 7, right? Maybe just kill Soul Cauldron next turn. Have a goddamn 12/12. Of all of the cards, so there's 2 cards that I've really, really liked in this cube. And Alpha Deathclaw is one of them, and the pitch card is the other one. Gemstone Mine, Gemstone Caverns. I think I'm supposed to kill the Soul Cauldron and serve it Jace and just let the Germ eat my Alpha, which is not fun, but I think it's the right line. Menace makes it lethal. Oh, this card has fucking Menace. Jesus Christ. Alright, kill him, I guess. Yeah, Menace is pretty extra, It is pretty menacing, but there's a lot of 10/10s that don't have Menace. Cool. Nice little ETB value stip. Oh shit, I'm out of QPs.